Okay, so thanks everyone. So I'm the founder and the CEO of Minute Media. We are one of the largest and fastest growing global sports media platform. Some numbers about a business. So we started about 5.5 years ago in Tel Aviv. It's a very global company nowadays. We have raised $60 million since inception. About 160 employees, spread globally, but still a quarter of the business is very much tech-driven, and that's one of our unique, really, selling points. We are serving about 80 million avid sports fans worldwide. And in terms of revenues, we started monetizing last year, growing rapidly, where the current run rate is about $25 million a year, more than doubling every year. This is the investor base, so it's a mix of financial and strategic investors. Battery Ventures out of the US were the seed investor. Since then, we added more on board, including the likes of ProSieben as a strategic investor out of Germany, and so on. So this is how we are looking at the space and how we've grown as a new global media platform in sports. So firstly, we are an open technology platform, very different from traditional publishers in our space. The way it works, we have a lot of contributors coming and creating content on our platform. However, other publishers, other media companies can come and take that content and also distribute it within their experiences. We also allow other media companies and publishers to integrate with our technology, with our content. So that open technology approach has been one of the key growth drivers behind the business. The other thing which is quite fundamental to our growth is the fact that in our space, we believe that there is so much capacity in sports fans to create content if you provide them with the right technology. So we have developed a proprietary CMS, or content creation system, that provides sports fans with the ability to create very rich, engaging sports content. And with that, we're able to cater into contributors that come and create a content mostly for free. So the ability to get so much content from so many contributors around the world has essentially driven our growth at a very low cost model compared to traditional publishers. With that model, we could go very global, right? So we're very big in football, for instance. Football is a very global space. Traditional publishers are usually local, right? The likes of Sky or BBC are in the UK, or Bild in Germany, or ESPN in the US. We could go global out of a couple of offices because we have many global contributors or football fans creating content for us in each and every country and language. So the global ability through the platform is something that is really key for us. The other thing is a focus on snackable content. So like Refinery 29, and also probably Timeout, our audience is very young, is mobile first, so about 85% of users are on mobile, and is very socially driven. We believe that the most scalable way to drive content nowadays in sports, outside of live broadcast, is around snackable content. So hence the name Minute Media. So the content has to be short form, has to be quick to consume, very viral, very scalable to produce, and that's the content strategy. And as mentioned, it's socially driven in terms of distribution, in terms of the content creators. These are the three brands that we have under Minute Media. So the first few years, we're very focused on 90 Min. 90 Min is now probably the largest football publisher in the world by ComScore in terms of owned and operated numbers. So the way we count numbers is predominantly on our sites. We're very big on social, but we count users predominantly on the site. 90 Min is a very global platform. So it's quite big, or probably top 5 sports sites in 12 different countries and languages. Then last year, we have extended the model and launched 12 Up in the US. 12 Up covers NBA, NFL, MLB, so all the main American sports, utilizing the same concept. So it's the same technology platform. Contributors or fans come and create a content, and it has grown to a top 10 sports media property in the US based on Comscore. And then a couple of months ago, we have launched what could be maybe the most exciting brand, which is DoubleTap. It's in esports. As you may know, it's a new sports field that essentially integrates gaming and sports fans. It's a global phenomena, very young, very online-centric, and we are one of the very few global publishers to start covering that space. Just launched it a couple of months ago, but it's already growing quite rapidly. So this is how we look at growth over time. What you have here is the numbers at the end of every year. So we did finish last year at about 70 million unique users a month, and you can see the global spread across the different regions or continents, again, a very global platform. What you see on the right-hand side is the countries where we are a top 5 or top 10 Comscore site in the sports category. We believe that we'll finish this year at around 85 and probably exceed the 100 million monthly unique next month. And in terms of our, I would say, ambition, so the idea is not only become number 1 or top 3 in each and every sports category, but also become the largest or number 1 global sports publisher ahead of the likes of ESPN or Yahoo Sports. And we believe that next year we're more or less around to achieve that. So this is, as indicated before, our content strategy. Okay, so our focus is on short form, snackable, viral content, and very, very scalable content operation. The way it works, every sports fan can come and create content. However, we have an internal curation team that decides what gets published. So some numbers here. We have about 4,000 active contributors. They generate over 100,000 content items every month, and out of which we publish probably 30%. So we're talking about 1,000 content items every day in 12 different languages. That includes the different content formats and videos. Okay, so we are probably the largest sports content creator and publisher on the internet in terms of sheer volume. So last year, after probably 3.5, 4 years of building the technology, the global user base, we started monetizing and looking into the revenue mix. It's a fairly, I would say, different creature, again, compared to traditional publishers. And we have 4 significant growth or revenue drivers that are more or less spread evenly. So starting on the direct side, we have a global sales team in New York, in London, in Los Angeles, in Tokyo, Singapore, Sao Paulo, that sells directly to brands and agencies, everyone you know in sports and sports sponsorship. On the right-hand side is what we call platform. So about 1/3 of our revenue is allowing other media companies, publishers like Sports Illustrated, Yahoo, MSN, ProSieben to integrate with our product or content around sports. Fairly, again, unique in our space. Video is really taking off for us. It's about 1/4 of the business. We have a lot more videos created and monetized nowadays. And lastly, there is programmatic advertising. I can see Marco here. Marco, in 1 minute we're done. This is some of the brand advertisers that work with us. Dozens of names nowadays, mainly, again, tier 1 advertisers. And this is some of the strategic partners that integrate our product, our content, or work with us around video rights, so allowing us to use their videos across the different brands. This is our revenue trajectory. Again, started to monetize last year, growing rapidly, more than doubling every year, and we believe it's going to continue. Also, very high margin business due to the almost no cost on the content side and the tech-driven growth approach. So again, hopefully, this is going to continue for us. And going to end with a video that shows why there is so much appetite from advertisers nowadays to tap into new media platforms. In our case, working directly with fans and getting access to authentic content created by fans. That video is part of a campaign launched by Paramount on 90min, launching Star Trek last year around the Euro tournament in France. What we had done is global contributors going to Paris and to France to create content as part of the Paramount campaign. We'll show you that so you get a sense of how they advertise on our platform.
6 countries all out here blogging for you during Euro 2016.
That's right, thanks to Paramount, ahead of the film Star Trek Beyond. My name's Cheeky Sport Joel.
And I'm Cheeky Sport Dave.
And we're out.
We are kicking off at